My name is Tony Litt. I'm the MD of Sunrise Radio, and it's my immense pleasure to bring you the official Sunrise Radio podcast. We are the #1 commercial Asian station in the United Kingdom, with many firsts to our name, and we continue to be the voice of British Asians who have given us their love and loyalty over 30 years. It's a legacy we cherish and a responsibility that we don't take lightly. Our aim has always been to entertain the listeners with the best of Bollywood and Bhangra, while also addressing their concerns. A real voice for the community, a vibrant community, and a great nation. We are proud to be British and Asian. This podcast is a compilation of some of the things we do on the station, with a stellar lineup of presenters who each have their own personality and style. It's entertaining, informative, engaging, and we hope you will enjoy it here as a podcast if you are unable to tune in to the radio. Don't forget to subscribe and tell your family and friends about this podcast. And do leave us a comment on what you think. We'd love to hear from you. All the best always. Team Sunrise.
The UK's biggest station mix. Sunrise Radio.
Hey, my name is Shabnam Sahi. Welcome to the official Sunrise Radio podcast. I'm on your radio weekdays from 9 a.m. to 12 noon. If you've heard the show, you know what to expect from it. But here are some exciting, interesting Bollywood stories that you may have missed. This time round, served up as part of our official Sunrise Radio podcast. Enjoy. It gives me great pleasure to say a big warm welcome to Ummar Sadique, the senior psychological wellbeing practitioner at Mental Health Matters. He has been working as a therapist for over 4 years in Staffordshire. He's worked with patients who've been struggling with low mood, stress and panic. Ummar has delivered therapy in group workshops, telephone sessions and indeed in face-to-face sessions as well. Currently supervising other therapists in his team of over 15 people. Ummar, welcome to Sunrise.
Hi, Shabnam. Thank you very much for having me today.
Now let's start with the most obvious question for those who don't know what Every Mind Matters is, what the campaign is all about. Also, we hear a lot these days about self-care Sundays.
So the aim of this campaign is to equip people to take action to protect and improve their mental well-being. So hoping, these steps will help them to prevent underlying mental health concerns from escalating into more serious mental health disorders. So this year's campaign is aimed for 18 to 34-year-olds, and we're hoping to encourage and arm young people from our community to take on a self-care Sunday routine. So hopefully that might involve doing small things to be kind to your mind, to help alleviate the Sunday blues and prepare yourself for the week ahead. It might include going for a walk, kind of getting better sleep, seeing friends or loved ones. And it's about intentional changes in terms of putting yourself first, taking time to do simple things so you can make a difference to how you're feeling for the week ahead.
Fantastic. So it is actually about incorporating these little things into your Sunday routine. That's what it is, right?
Definitely. So you're using that time on a Sunday to move away from, Monday blues, as a lot of people call it. But hopefully the self-care Sunday will help us plan for the week ahead and to just look after yourself more so.
Absolutely. Make yourself a priority. Now, we often hear words like stress, anxiety. Let's look at each of these. What is anxiety? Let me start with that. And is it normal for us to feel anxious?
Yeah, so it is very normal for us to feel anxious. Anxiety, we all have anxiety. It's the level of anxiety which differs from person to person. So when it comes to anxiety, it affects everyone differently. It's a feeling of unease. So it might be a worry or a fear that can be brought on by different situations or experiences. Stress, on the other hand, is the body's reaction to feeling threatened or under pressure. It's very common and it can help us to meet the demands of, home, work and family life. But too much of stress or anxiety can impact our mood, our body and our relationships.
Ummar, give us some tips, please, on how to manage anxiety and stress. What would you recommend one should do if they feel overwhelmed or if they feel anxious quite often?
Some tips might include to help us manage these symptoms, splitting up big tasks. So prioritizing what's on our to-do list, starting off by the things that are more achievable. So things that we feel we can do and then building up to the most difficult things on that list. It could be challenging our thoughts to try and think about taking that step back to, help us understand and reassess the situation we might find ourselves in. Talking to someone, whether it's family members, colleagues, or even a mental health professional, allowing some positivity in our life. So keeping a journal of positive things that have happened to you in that day, things that you can look back and reflect on. Being more active, going to the gym, regular walks, even simple things when you're going food shopping, parking your car in the spot furthest away from the shop to allow you that walking time.
Fantastic. These are all very practical tips indeed. Let's just come back for a moment to that self-care Sunday routine, Ummar. Is it something that you practice?
So it varies from person to person. I mean, for myself personally, my own self-care Sunday routine would be, waking up early, going for a short walk, but having a breakfast before I go on that walk, doing that before 10 o'clock, before the shops open, going along, get my food shopping, come home, put it all away, go to the gym, get an hour session in. And then after that, go and see some friends or family just to have a little coffee, catch up. And then, once I finish from there, it's for me to think about what my diary looks like for the week ahead. What appointments I might have at work, what meetings I need to attend. And, that might help me with the physical aspect of it, the mental aspect of it as well. But also a lot of people don't really talk about the spiritual aspect of things as well. So for me, as my name might have given away, I am a Muslim. I'm from a Pakistani background, but being connected to, the mosque, the masjid, attending prayers, in engaging in worship is part of my routine daily. And on Sunday, I just make sure that I have that protected time.
Now, Ummar, where do you think people should go for more tips and advice? Is there a website?
Yeah, so there is a website and it's called Every Mind Matters. So if you go onto the NHS website, so www.nhs.uk/Every Mind Matters. So on that website, we have regular tips to help you with anxiety and a step-by-step program. On that website, there is a mind plan quiz as well. So that will help us to answer some questions. So there's 5 questions on there. You answer those questions and it will create a free mind plan that you can start using.
Please visit the Every Mind Matters website to find out more free ways to be kind to your mind. I was in conversation with Ummar Sadique, a senior psychological wellbeing practitioner at Mental Health Matters, who's been working as a therapist for over 4 years in Staffordshire. Ummar, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me, Shabnam.
You can catch Shabnam Sahi, the ultimate storyteller, weekdays 9 a.m. till 12 noon.